What's happening, fam? L.A.R. movement still moving. Book is entitled Lessons from a Non-Custodial Father at Amazon, Kindle, and Create Space. Link will be in the description box below as usual. Go get it. PayPal link there also. They asked me to put it up, so I put it up. Thanks everybody for supporting. This video is entitled, Is Toxic Sexuality a Thing? The Pharrell cover. Now, Pharrell is a part of like an Adidas movement saying like now it's women's time or whatever. Now, if you're in a movement pushing for women's empowerment, I don't see really a problem with that. But here's the thing. Why you 46 years old with blonde hair on a magazine cover with I don't know if that's a coat or a dress that looks like a coat that looks like a dress or a dress that looks like a coat. You too old to be playing this game of you want to be androgynous and you want to be feminine. You're 46. And see, people forget about this. You know, the cover of the magazine says the new masculinity. Remember, Pharrell a few years ago was, this is the new black. So the new black didn't work. Now we're going to do with the new masculinity. This is why I got to ask. Is toxic sexuality a thing? Because it seems that everything masculine, for some odd reason, is a problem. And what is up with all you black dudes who going against masculinity? Why y'all, what's up with the hair dye? Like, what are y'all doing? We don't have to be masculine men like back in the day, so I'm gonna dye my hair blonde or purple like a fucking teenage girl. Or like one of these crazy feminists who 30 and 40 years old and they changing their hair color, looking like an overweight superhero. You know, this is how Storm would look if she was 197 pounds and she ate herself into obesity. Like, what are you doing? This is why I gotta ask, is toxic sexuality a thing? Because men acting like women is somehow new masculine. No, but men acting like men is toxic. So what you're telling me is men walking around with, black men, but particularly walking around with blonde hair and a dress on is masculine? That's what masculinity looks like to you? Really? Really? So, on the flip side of this, women dressing like Ellen DeGeneres and Hillary Clinton, that's the picture of femininity now? Really? Really? No, it just looks stupid. Like, maybe, I hate to break the news to some of you people. The vast majority of men love being men. The vast majority of women love being women. Guys are not guys are not going, oh, first of all, men in general are not walking around waking up, oh, I'm feeling extra masculine today. Oh, look at them. Oh, man, good morning. My masculinity is just, it's really at a 72%. Maybe I need some coffee to bump up my masculinity to 100% today. Whew. After get this Folgers, all the masculinity is going to kick on. I'm going to be like the He-Man of men from Power of Grayskull. No. Sorry. So all you other people who telling people, masculinity is this. A lot of times it's people who ain't even men. Because men do not define, men don't, what does masculinity feel like? We don't fucking know. What do you think? Actually think we're walking around? Let me express what masculinity feels like. No, because we're around a bunch of men. We are men, period. And I would assume for normal women, it's the same way. She doesn't walk around, I'm feeling very, very feminine this morning. Oh, I had a nice brisk 110% feminine. No. Like, what does it feel like? Can you explain what femininity feels like to a man? How can a man emulate your femininity? A woman be like, what? Emulate it? How can what? I'm just as a man thinking, when a woman, I was talking to a friend of mine and she was like, she said, what do you, a woman can mask masculinity, and I'm like, no, you can only emulate it or imitate it. And she was like, what do you mean? I said, well, here's the thing. If a woman wants to be masculine, she's going off of a definition of masculinity in her mind. Problem number one. You're thinking you're being masculine using your feminine mind to define what masculinity is, so you're going to imitate it to the best of your feminine logic's ability. Ain't really going to come off right. But the sexuality thing, and then you got to go to this whole community who is known for their sexuality. And remember, I made for some of y'all who know this, I made a video about Gabrielle Union taking Dwayne Wade's son to the Pride Parade. And I always thought, isn't that toxic to take children to the Pride Parade? And there were some people in that community that commented in the video like, yeah, that's a problem. Even them as parents, I don't even know how they're parents, but that's not the point. But even them in that community, they're like, no, you don't take kids to stuff like that. But for some odd reason, you get to take kids to this stuff, and it's hilarious. Oh, segue, by the way. And I said it in that video, she wasn't going to do that with her quote-unquote daughter, just his sons. Notice how she has the little daughter in cheerleading outfits and little girly outfits. She's not pushing this gender-neutral thing with his daughter, if you noticed that, right? And I know the girl is little, but the point is the point. Don't expect her, as that girl gets older, I'm going to dress you up like your daddy Dwayne. Yeah. Yeah, no, it's not going to happen. And then you think she gonna tell her daughter, you need to be in the, dark-skinned men because of colorism. You think that's going to happen? Nope. This is why I'm talking about is toxic sexuality. Is that a thing? Because the overlying and underlying issue in all of this is pushing a type of sexual gender role reversal. Because even with Pharrell wanting him being the face of the now it's girls' time, I don't know how the face of it. I don't understand that, but or maybe he's just a good contributor, whatever. That ain't got nothing to do with a lot of men, especially brothers. Like, black men ain't been holding women down and holding women back. So if a black man wants to push the new masculinity, well, here's your thing. You got to push that to non-black men. Push that to them white dudes. Seriously. Because feminism was, let's just be honest about feminism. That was between white men, white women. And ironically, I don't even personally think it's between white men and white women, because for some odd reason, white men benefit off misogyny and white women benefit off of feminism. And they all, ironically, go home and go to bed and make children together. Seems like a hustle to me. But, hey, that's just the way I see it. Because white women didn't care about the sisterhood during slavery, Jim Crow, Reconstruction, Jim Crow. They didn't care about none of that shit. They didn't care about the sisterhood until civil rights. And that was going to take money off of their plate. Because like some of these ladies say, same feminists marry and go home and be wives. They tell y'all not to be wives. Ain't that interesting? The ones who are with men and like men anyways. But I think toxic sexuality is the problem, not toxic masculinity. Just saying. I'm done. Like, share, subscribe. Catch you on the next one. Peace.